There are dozens of reasons why people fail to be healthy and lose the weight that they want. But in my research and in my studies and in my hundreds of students and clients, I found that there's one habit in particular, just one habit, that consistently derails people over and over and over again. In today's video, I'm going to show what exactly that habit is, how it manifests itself, and how you can overcome it to achieve all your goals. What's up everyone, Alex Hine here over at modernhealthmonk.com. So I was in the doctor's office last week, and as I sat in the waiting room, I had an interesting observation. Everyone is craving something. And here's what I mean by that. When you sit in the doctor's office or any kind of line, the DMV, any annoying waiting spot, you notice how anxious and ADD people are. A lot of people are on their phones, texting or using Facebook blips. Some people are biting their nails or playing with their pant legs, or they're playing with toys and they're playing with magazines and they're fidgeting, they're looking around, or they've got nervous twitches. And when you think about it, almost everyone is craving some kind of distraction, craving some kind of stimulation. And there's a big lesson here in the health and wellness space because most of us crave distraction, except we use food to crave distraction. So to fulfill that craving for distraction. So we may not be hungry, but we use food as the filler, right? Those painful, boring moments in between everything in life. We use food to fill the gap. Now you'll find the exact same thing to be true with compulsive texters, like teenage girls, smokers, who need just a psychological break and they get out and they need something, and that cigarette fills that perfect void. But most often, people use food. So do you ever find yourself at 3 p.m. with that same consistent craving over and over and over, even though you've already had lunch? Or maybe it's before lunch? What about late at work? Late at night, right after work, or maybe 9 p.m. when you're watching TV. Maybe you just had dinner, but you still feel like you're missing a little bit of something. How's that possible if you just ate food? You shouldn't really be craving food, right? Very often this is a craving for stimulation, so a craving for something to do that we fill with food. So how do you really know if your mindless eating is related to the craving for stimulation? Well, one of the techniques I recommend quite a lot is the index card method, where all you do is you carry around an index card the entire week, and every time you get a craving, you write down two things. What was just going on, and what you were just feeling. So you can write down, for example, what was just going on? It was 2:20 p.m. I was working on the boring Excel project, and I got a craving. Okay? Working on the Excel project, feeling bored. It was 5:50 p.m. I just got off work. I opened the fridge, sat down on the couch, and was wondering what next. Okay, 5:50 p.m., sat down on the couch, didn't know what to do, opened the fridge and ate something because I was bored. Okay, 9:30 p.m., just had dinner, watching American Idol, just bored, I guess. I don't know, watching American Idol, need something to do, feeling bored, feeling just chilling, watching TV, ate chocolate. Okay, so as you do this for a week, you're going to notice consistent trends overall. And after just about a week of doing this, it's going to provide massive insight into when this kind of craving for stimulation shows itself and what you end up doing. And again, each person's different. Some people may play video games, some people may leave the house, some people may go to food. And if this is a trigger for you, that can become $1 million insight to help you change your behavior. So when you do this for an actual week, you're going to realize certain trends that may depend on emotional state, may depend on time of the day, may depend on location, like going back to your parents' house. It may depend on project you're working on. It may depend on many other different factors. But once you know those, you can avoid them or swap them out or be aware of them so you know that a craving will hit you. Now there are obviously lots of overlaps with emotional eating as well, and I typically use this exercise to help people figure out what triggers their cravings and their emotional eating. But I want you to just use this just in terms of life. Understand where the craving for stimulation is showing up in your life, whether it's in the doctor's office waiting and you're biting your nails, or texting or going on Facebook, or if it's showing up in the form of food. At the work desk at 2:30 p.m., at 9:30 after you've just eaten dinner and you want some chocolate. Once you do this, it's going to provide quite a lot of insight into your own psychology, your own mind, and maybe help you make some smart choices from then on. Because habits often happen unconsciously. We don't realize how they're going, and they just go without us controlling them. So today's tiny habit is twofold. First, just as you go about your daily life, be aware of how other people utilize the craving of distraction, the craving for something to do. watch doctor's office or the line in the grocery store or wherever you're going. Anytime you wait, watch what people do to fulfill that space of boredom when they're trying to figure out what to do. Do the index card method, figure out what you were just doing, what you were just feeling, to get a hold of what's triggering these cravings, and then you'll begin to see some underlying trends as well. So I want you to leave a comment after doing the index card method. Share with us below what you've noticed is the typical time period or place or emotion or day where you have this craving for something to do, for stimulation. You just want to do something. Is it in the doctor's office? Is it 3 p.m.? Where is it? Tell us below. Go on over to modernhealthmonk.com. There's a free real food weight loss habits guide for you there. All the good stuff is only on Modern Health Monk anyway. There's only a few videos here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to send you the next video as soon as it's out. And I will see all of you next time.